Okay, so we are live, and I brought a friend. This is this. You go first.
Hi, I'm Michael.
All right, let's see. Make sure that. Okay, it catches. It catches. Good. Okay, I was really worried that was not gonna catch on stream. Okay. Okay, so after some technical difficulties, mostly because it took me way too long to figure out how this worked, to get people to talk on stream, I'm gonna try bringing more guests, hopefully sometime in the future, but for now, we are playing Rushdown Rivals. I might need to fix the visuals because my computer sucks. Oh, my controller is vibrating like crazy.
Maybe you don't want to do that.
Well, I don't know how this works. I've never played the game.
What if you maybe fix that, huh? What about that?
I swear, every guy. What happened? It was just working. There you go. Just yeah, that randomly just got huge. Okay, what are my words about Lawcassette? I really like Lawcassette. What do you want me to say about it? Anyways, chat is a. Let's see. So, battle. Okay, let's try the tutorial again because I accidentally opened it for this. PIco, Sick Girl, Darnell, Nene, Hank, Son, Girlfriend, Alloy, Ina, and Random. Let's go with PIco. He's the starting guy for these always. Oh, it looks like my stream is my stream lagging like crazy? It better not be. It's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As a result, viewers will experience buffering. What?
Yeah, on I have your stream up and it's lagging a little bit, not gonna lie.
What? What do you mean? How much farther do I need to turn down these settings?
A little bit. At least one more. Who are the
camera type fix?
Who are the playable characters again?
Hang on.
Okay, while he fixes that, I'll give you company. I'll entertain the chat. What's y'all's favorite color? I want y'all type in the chat y'all's favorite color, and I will review the opinions of your favorite colors as you guys say them. And if no one says a color, I'll just start reviewing colors in general. Red, I think it's a staple color. It's one of the primaries. It's one of the primaries on both like art and also like digitally. RGB, red's in there. I think you got to give that minimum 7.5 out of 10 out of respect. Same with blue, same with yellow, but I think blue's cooler until I get to 9. Yellow, I think, gets an 8. Okay, we got to blue, 8 or 9. Pink color. Lime green, that's a classic. That's a classic stag right there. Low-key, fuck with some lime green. Like a lime green shirt with some blue pants, I fuck with that. Red, classic, like 7.5 to 8. These are some good colors.
Okay, I think I got it to work. It looks like it's running fine, at the very least.
It's not literally imploding.
Yep, it was working fine from the looks of things on the screen. We're good. Also, I'm not sure if you see it. Chat said blue, lime green, and red.
Yeah, I saw. I gave my opinions on those.
Ow.
I've been talking this whole time. I got you. I'll be the entertainment while you're messing with stuff.
Okay, please tell me fighting works well on here, please. Because in fact, this is a fighting game, I would like it to run. Because we already tried Smash Flash 2 and that didn't work.
If we got to, we can go play a multiplayer game.
Okay, looks like it works.
Okay. Okay. It's not gonna be on there. But if we get a $5 donation or whatever the equivalent is on YouTube.
What do you mean the equivalent?
We will make Zab get on Marvel Rivals for a stream. We will make Zab play Marvel Rivals.
For $5? You do realize I'd have to either buy like a high-end gaming PC and or get like a $500 gaming console.
I'll bring my PS5 over.
Alright.
You can just play on my account. I'll bring my PS5 over.
Alright, I'm down. Also, Chris, the mysterious voice is Michael. He played the neighbor in the original Zab Lab series, which is canceled for you-know-why.
I drop-kicked him. I drop-kicked your guys' favorite dude. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I will also say he told me to, so...
I thought it was gonna be Newgrounds Rumble. Okay, I already played Newgrounds Rumble during the Variety Hour stream. I got the names mixed up. Two completely different platform fighting games. Okay, so this is like the jabs, smash attacks, and specials. Okay. Interact.
Zippity, shake my head. Might be for scaring you. That's my fault.
Zab Lab is canceled because of, how do I put this without sounding reasons.
I didn't even know this guy canceled, so...
Also, because I know someone's gonna mention this, that is because I'm doing an ARG. What that stands for is an alternate reality game. It's like how you play along with WWE being real when it's not. The point is, if I get... Because I did this last time, and I got so many people in chat asking, like, wait a minute, Herobrine's not real! Of course it's not real! Back to the video.
Oh, this is tea.
Okay, so I think I'm getting the grasp on the game really. It's not too complicated. All the main attacks are all mostly in the 4 buttons there, plus yeah, I get this.
I didn't know that Zap has locked you in his basement, Chris.
But
he's also locked me in his basement. That makes you feel better. This is so tragic. We can trauma bond over Zab locking us in his basement.
Nobody's in my basement.
No, we're not saying like right now. We're just saying like previously in the past.
How do I get in? Let me in.
Let me in.
Let me in. Let me in. Here. Let's try the drone. Is that one supposed to go on? Yeah. No, okay. Can I hit people with this at the very least? No. What do I do?
What did I do?
What do I do?
Chris, I would really like to hear this matchup for Hero Grind. This probably seems like a peak matchup.
No, no, no. Not this again.
What's the matchup, Chris?
Let me enter!
Zab, I'm sorry about the basement comment. Multiple people are now saying they want to be in your basement. That's my beef.
God! You fool!
I will say, I didn't say it first, Chris did. I gotta say, I just am the one who vocalized it to the crowd.
Wait, I did it! I did it! I don't know what I pressed, but I did it!
He figured out how to enter buildings. This is so peak. Zab's learning. He's evolving.
Okay, alright, God. Screw it. You suck, anyways. Alright, also, if you noticed the stream goals for today, we have, $1, Michael will review his cat. $3, I'll review this in the Zab Lab. Well, I would, at the very least. I know I don't want to do it again, but... Anyway, and obviously if you get 3, I will do a Newgrounds-themed fiction fight. Combat start invasion? No! No, I didn't figure out what button I need to do! I need to do it figure out again! No! No! Dang it! What button was it?
There's a secret $5
It's E. The button is E.
If we do a $5 membership, Zab will live stream playing Marvel Rivals.
Alright, fine. If I get 5 memberships, I will play Marvel Rivals. There. You happy?
5 memberships, yeah.
Alright, combo. Yeah, I know how to do it. Deal damage without getting hit to raise a combo. When it's high enough, you get a rush. Okay.
From Kit indie game under 2. Hear me out. Hero Grind versus 100 gorillas. Hear me out.
I already did a Herobrine matchup, and that's the... Herobrine beats 100 gorillas! It's not even a question!
We keep talking about 100 members is 1 gorilla. What about 1 Herobrine versus 100 gorillas? That's the question that we've all been thinking.
Not a single person has ever asked that question.
10 memberships means buck fiction fight.
No! What? Why?
I just read the chat. I'm sorry. I was just reading. Oh, that's a T-Rex.
So...
I was just reading.
5 memberships already?
Guess you're playing Marvel Rivals, dog. That's so tragic. Damn, bro, he's playing Marvel Rivals.
I hate Overwatch! No! Come on! I hate Overwatch!
Look at that fiction fight. Wait, what'd they say?
Okay.
Not the true DM blocked in. Not the true DM blocked in and made it so easy.
Why is it every time I make a stretch goal I hate, you all Why can't my stretch goals be like, I'll go on a trip to like Canada, or I'll visit Super Nintendo World? No, it's always the stuff I hate.
Playing Rivals. You're playing Rivals. We're gonna make you a Black Widow man.
I'm gonna make you a widow. Well, no, you have to be married first, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Also, I'd be a widower. Widows based on Widow and widower are based on gender. like everything else.
I
So,
don't care!
How does this feel about now that you get to play Rivals for a video? Or stream? Is it gonna be okay? I'm asking a question for the crowd. Is it gonna be a video or a stream?
It's gonna be a stream. There's no. I mean, if it's gonna be a stream probably because I won't. I'm here. I guess.
Do a Zab lab on the lore of Motherland.
Hang on. 7 memberships. I don't know. Marvel, Rivals.
Hey, that's also Chris. I'm level 51, and I also missed who I was previously before Rivals.
I'm not doing it. No, I'm not I hate Chicken Little. I am not. Fine. You happy?
Oh, you're 7. It got 7 for the Zap Lab. Oh my God! Please, guys, someone gives 2 more. If someone gives 2 more, I'll like do a backflip that no one can see. But I also won't do a backflip because I can't do a backflip. But like, trust.
I don't know.
Fuck Cluck matchup tier list.
They've been torturing me with Chicken Little ever since I rented I hated the movie. That's why they all sponsored Zab Lab too, even though I canceled the original series. Because they wanted me to review the both Chicken Little games.
$10 and let me think of one. Let me cook.
That's what I have for now until we figure it out. There's assist trophies in this game? Really? I got the cracked stick figure. Is that a bomb?
$10 I'll cry on stream. That's so tragic. $10 you play 1 round of Fortnite tonight. Just 1 round.
I don't own Fortnite!
It's free, bro.
I'm not. You know how big Fortnite is as a file?
Yeah. I thought of a goal that's like a super, super high tier expensive goal. I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want them to hear it and then pressure you. I'll say $10. You. So we gotta think of what.
Well, I'm already.
Unless you're just gonna cry.
Well, I'm already crying. So congratulations.
Cry. Yeah, I guess you gotta cry, dog. I guess you gotta cry. Come on, start crying. Chop chop, cry boy.
I already am.
Do you regret letting me come onto this stream, Zeb?
Yes.
Love you too.
I regret everything. God. Oy vey. Alright. Alright. I'm still driving to work, so you're stuck with me for another 30 minutes at least. What? For $100? No, I'm kidding.
Zab, check Discord.
Sure. Discord is Hello Not the Moon and.
Hey, not that you're DM. Does that count for all cry on stream, or is that not good? I just want to know.
What?
I'm asking the not the true DM if that's like good enough for it to cry.
I mean, this is. I think I cried good enough. You can see. I'm hoping you can see the tears on stream. Also, yeah. I like the idea you set in DMs. Yes. All right, here.
Cool. You can mention that. I just want to say that, but I think that's a good idea for a high tier.
All right. Stupidly high amount of money. Full FNAF timeline breakdown. There. Alright, thank Michael for that idea. I basically just doing a PowerPoint presentation of me in my mind.
Full timeline. I will help him break down all the lore. We'll read all the books. We'll play all the games.
Oh, no, hang on. I said I was gonna break down the time. I didn't say I was playing through everything. I had already. No. You ain't getting me on this one. No, I'm having a heart attack on a bus.
No. You don't have to play the games for a video. I'll play the games. We can play the games separately. But I'm saying, make a video that's just your version of the FNAF timeline.
Yeah, that's what the idea was. I was gonna say I ain't playing through FNAF 3 again. Springtrap, no.
I can play the FNAF games and we can break down the lore together. Okay, Sam.
Oh my god.
Okay, I guess I'm getting eaten.
What about the
we just.
Someone suggested I am not doing a ninja moveset. I only did the ninja moveset in my old DCast videos because Reggie wanted it. I am not making a moveset for. Does he even still make videos?
Yeah, he streams. He's really bad at Marvel Rivals. He's really bad at Marvel Rivals. You'll probably be better than him at Marvel Rivals because you'll know how to like move the characters correctly.
Wasn't his whole career about trick shots and stuff like that?
Yeah, he's only good at one game and it's Fortnite. It's a really sad game to be only good at. Imagine only being good at one game and it's Fortnite. Yeah, I'm good at making one type of food and it's caviar. I'm really good at preparing caviar. Are we dead ass, bro?
What's the stream goal for looking at I already did look at that, like you mentioned last stream. How difficult was Springtrap? Dude, FNAF 3 is a pain in the neck. You're gonna see me playing through it in a FNAF VR review. I hated it. Oh, right, controller, right.
We will sit down and talk about the FNAF timeline. If that gets hit, I will help Zab, guys. Trust.
What?
There's so much, dude. I'm just thinking about how much shit you would have to like watch and review to like know all this shit to make a valid timeline. That's just your opinion. Like, oh my lord.
I can already make a valid timeline without having to look through everything again. I mean, I guess it'd be nice, but like, I don't think I'm gonna be doing some MatPat, like, I found something no one else has. The only thing I may have
obviously.
Is I think that the bite victim might be Old Man Consequences and not, like, Henry, like everyone thinks.
Oh, I saw a video recently, I don't remember, I think it was from Rytos, I just watch videos like that, where Old Man Consequences could be Michael. And not Henry. Like, the teeth, instead of being an alligator or like a crocodile, it's Foxy, because he's Foxy guy.
Oh, that could make sense.
And FNAF 4. That's not my idea, by the way. That's I mean that's not like that's not my cool idea. That's I watched it on a video. I like that though, and they said that the there's a whole bunch of things. I would have to show you the evidence and stuff because I don't want to break it down for this stream. It's not like my idea or anything like that. But I don't know. I don't know who Old Man Consequences would be. That's like one of the few things that I don't have an opinion on. So I'm like very. There's like not much evidence. It's just one of the characters who wants everything to be put to rest. So Henry or Michael, the bite victim could make sense. Someone who's like,
Yeah.
but I don't get the significance of them being in that game then, unless it's a character that unless the bite victim is also a character we know of previously that isn't just a random employee.
Okay. Yeah. The reason I was going with the bite victim is like first of all, I feel like they have the most sense to want to help Cassidy rest, given the fact they were stuck together for like years on end. They're the oldest, the ones who started the whole thing, so therefore make the old man thing. He's the oldest of the victims. Yeah. Everything that happens is the direct consequences of his actions.
Game theory, Afton is a furry. Oh my god.
Is that really a theory at this point?
I have a much more interesting question to talk about. Who do you think is
Did she
in
just
Golden
shut
Freddy? Do you
the
think it's
speakers?
Probably. Are you Zab? Are you okay with talking about FNAF 4 in this stream, or do you want to move topics?
I got nothing better to do for the next 2 hours. Let's do it.
Who do you think is in Golden Freddy? That's my question.
I think it's the bite victim, who I'm just gonna call Dave for the sake of us having a name, regardless if you believe that or not. It's up to you. Dave and Cassidy. I don't buy Andrew. Well, I do understand to some extent the idea that there could be like a missing victim. I feel like there was a secret sixth kid. I feel like that just doesn't make sense, like just from the story standpoint of like. Was he like homeless? Did no one care? There was a sixth missing kid, you know what I mean? Like, the reason that, like, everybody knows there were 6 missing kids in Fazbear's Fright, because they weren't stuck. We literally see that they were just chilling in the room, in that version, right?
Yeah, and into the pit, they're just, like, on chairs.
Yeah, so it's like, there's no way that it's not, it has to be, it just doesn't make sense to introduce this secret other kid.
Yeah, I think
like
Andrew is more of a, like, because okay, I have a couple opinions on this. The reason I want to mention is my opinion. A lot of people take there being 6 people in
is that the dancing banana?
into the pit into the pit game and in the book and I think also in the interactive novel. A lot of people take there being 6 victims instead of 5 as Scott Cawthon or the writers trying to tell us that there's been 6 victims this whole time. And I don't think it's that. I think it's to tell us to differentiate the books more. I think we are taking that as them telling us to view these books as canon over the games, but I think it's telling us to separate the books more. I think they're trying to tell us that we're connecting the books too much to the games, and it's hurting us.
Yeah, to me, at the very least, I feel like everyone's taking the books are canon thing out of whack, because he also said the novels are canon. Because, like, essentially, they're not literally canon. The idea is that, you know, that by them being canon, it's more like, what just happened?
Different universe, same multiverse.
Yeah, so, like, anything that can happen in one universe is something that could happen in another one, which means, that means William Afton can canonically create a storm out of the power of his sins alone.
That also means that the whole reason why security breach happened is because sea bonnies. For us.
That's the real villain. It wasn't the mimic, it was the sea bonnies.
Yeah, it was the sea bonnies.
I didn't mean to use that move.
The thing that could literally destroy the planet. That's so fucking crazy. They just made an Avengers level threat in a fucking side story. That's so crazy.
Part of me finds that particularly...
Chat, I have a...
Do you know how funny that is in a versus debating sense? Because remember, William has direct control of everything Fazbear Entertainment related.
Yeah, and
So
also
if you were to do William
all
Afton
of the
in his prime, he would get all that BS.
and also in the like short stories, the reason why all those inventions go haywire is because there's directly William Afton's malice on top of those inventions. Because of the what's it called, the man in the room, man in room 1087 or something like that.
Yeah. It's like 128 or something like that.
Yeah, but I have a question for. I have Afton has so many sin points. He specked into the sin tree. I have a question for the chat. What's your guys' favorite character or like little like side character from the like short stories? Like characters like Sea Bonnie's or like Fetch or Stitch Wraith or what's her face, the baby equivalent in the short stories. Do you know her name in the Eleanor?
Yeah.
Eleanor. Eleanor. Because if I want to ask you, what is your favorite character or like invention or whatever in the books in the side stories? And I'm talking about specifically Fazbear Frights, is what I'm saying.
If I had to
I
say
should
with the
specify.
Fazbear Fright stuff, I have to think on that.
I think, I mean, you can also talk about Tales from the Pizzaplex, but I'm just more knowledgeable on Fazbear Frights.
I think Eleanor's cool, but a little bit worse. Some missed potential.
I'll say her story where she like fucking turns that woman into trash is low key gruesome as hell.
Yeah, that. Huh. I'm trying to think, cause huh.
I've always found the Stitch Wraith really cool.
What? Retry? Are you kidding me? Do you know how long I've been mashing buttons for?
Fetch is pretty cool. You don't gotta type it. 'Cause I know you're going to work soon. Not the true DM, but I have a question for you specifically because your favorite is Fetch. How do you feel about the ending for? Because there's in the End of the Pit game, there is references to the other short stories, and one of the references is a fetch minigame, and the fetch minigame has a different story in the minigame than the book does, like the mini story does, which is very interesting, and I don't know what that means. So how do you feel about that? Because I believe in the book, Fetch like keeps fetching this kid stuff and like kills people who like make him upset, but then in the mini game, he gets Fetch from getting enough tokens, and then just the Fetch kills him himself.
No, I think Fetch in the original, he doesn't just kill him. He like Fetch is supposed to like do things that you tell him to, and so he's like, I want to like get closer to my
Yeah,
crush, and then he brings her the head of the crush.
yeah. It just turns the not malicious request into malicious request. But in the mini game, you like play as the kid who like gets enough tokens to get him, and then you unlock Fetch, and then Fetch kills you, and then that's it. And so it's different. It's not the same as like the the story, and that's just interesting to me because like all the other like mini games and references to it is exact references because they also have one to Make Me Beautiful, and that one they make it look like they make it like the very simple mini game. They make it accurate to the mini story. Same with the what's it called, the one where like hand puppet Bonnie makes the woman like the girl choose how she dies.
Oh,
That is
there's a
crazy.
lot of weird Fazbear Fright stuff. Dude, my game looks like it's lagging like crazy on there. I don't... Wait, no, never mind. Just going back to... It was just that one assist trophy that I was trying to get to...
Dude, that is crazy though. Just being like, okay, what you want? You want to get guillotined, or that story has always been really crazy to me.
I'm pretty sure there's one story where like Foxy like curses a kid with something. I'm pretty sure.
Dude,
I don't think it's
Okay,
like, I
that's
think it's
fair.
like you stare at it
True
or something,
DM.
and it's like cursed with something. I don't remember what it was exactly.
Dude, what are some also really stupid fucking characters from that?
I'm pretty sure there's one of the stories is where like I'm trying to remember what the plot of it. There's that story about like, one woman getting stuck in the vent of like sister location that's supposed to explain how that one story of like the AI being like, so there was a dead body found in here once in sister location, which is like a really weird question to answer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a specific question that's like really crazy. You know what we need to answer? That. Nothing else.
I like the
Do
implication
you
that
want to
this guy was
hear?
like,
Do
okay,
you
you
want
know
to?
what? This is an unanswered question that needs to be solved. The theorist community will be dead with that.
Do you want to hear my FNAF hot take?
Sure.
Well, maybe not hot take, but I've always viewed it as a hot take.
Sure.
I think we need more things that confirm information or tells us that theories that we've viewed as like just correct that are not correct. Like I think one of the most helpful pieces of media we've had in the FNAF fan base in a long time is the week before interactive novel. I think that was really, really helpful and helps confirm and gives us a lot of answers to questions we had. We need more shit like that to be like, this stuff from the original games that we thought was true is not true, and we need to look back at that stuff. Because a lot of stuff we don't know is true or not, and we're just kind of moving forward like it is true.
Well, I feel like that most stuff I feel like that we would consider true or not true has either been would have had. What is that? Yeah, I feel like anything that we would. I feel like does a pretty good like the mimic, like using the mimic when we all thought Afton was back, like immediately afterward. I feel like he does a good way of correcting chorus when we're like, okay, what is and what isn't true. You know what I mean? Like how he confirmed that FNAF 4 was like just like the kid's room that the kid was Williams, like by including that secret the secret night in sister location. Or like how he had him,
Yeah.
or he didn't name Springtrap like Scrap Trap, but he called him just William Afton to confirm that he was William and not Michael. I feel like he does a pretty good job of
Yeah.
clarifying things when he needs to.
Yeah, I just think we need more clarifying right now in our little like in the era of FNAF we're in. Because we have a lot of questions that we don't really have answers to. And I don't know. I low key want more books that are like the log book. I think it's my favorite book to come out for FNAF. The log book was so cool in my opinion.
I still have it.
You said you have it?
Yeah.
That's peak. The log book's so cool,
I
bro.
had the logbook, the novels the week before, and the graphic novel Tim bought me.
Oh yeah, I forgot he got you one.
It's crazy I have Into the Pit before it became the big game it is today.
Oh, not the true DM. I really fuck with that idea. He said, I don't know if you're if you're reading the chat, but I will for you.
I want to read the remastered thing he said.
Yeah, that's a really good idea because he said I think they're referring to my idea of confirming information that we don't know is confirmed or not, making a remaster that confirms shit that we want for the original games. I fuck with that idea a lot. Not
I
gonna
saw
lie.
a really cool idea for a FNAF remaster that had one of the death mini games be Pac-Man, but Pac-Man would be Fredbear. But then there's a secret area where if you glitch out of it, instead of eating the pellets, he ends up biting the bite victim's head.
Oh, that's cool.
To confirm that he's
yeah, that is
Freddy,
cool.
which is such a cool idea.
Because we still haven't confirmed who the fuck did the Bottom 87. We still don't know that. That's crazy.
It has to be Mangle.
I have.
It is Mangle. I am tired of talking. Look at it. Look at.
Like, I want to agree, but my point is that I don't really know who did that because we don't have it. Like, we don't have any information on who did. We literally have no evidence on who did it.
There's
We don't know.
only
Like, best we can do is based on looks.
He can hit you from behind, really? That should not have a hitbox when he's stunned swinging. Anyways.
I think the person who did the bite is Mr. Hugs.
I'm on the case it's Mangle mostly because of the jump scare animation is perfect for, you know, the bite. If anything...
No. Or Foxy. Which is who everyone thought it was
but Foxy's
originally.
supposed to be, like, in the back room at that time. You know what I mean? It couldn't have been him.
That's true. Because wasn't it at... Well, yeah. Because didn't the bite happen at the FNAF 2 location?
Yes,
Isn't
it
that
happens
where
at the
bite
FNAF 2
happened?
location. That's why the place gets closed down after it closed down. Because it was at the last party of the location. So it was at a party during the day, which means we know that it couldn't have been any of the wizards. We already knew it wasn't Golden Freddy because, you know, he doesn't move. We know it couldn't have been the puppet. It does not have a mouth to open. And then the rest of the... And you can probably guess... So it has to be one of the toy animatronics, which is why they're getting removed. Which you can probably figure out it's Mangle by just looking at it.
That's true. That's fair.
Like, you mean... No one's gonna be like, oh, I think Toy Chica did the bite of 87 because Toy Chica has the beak. There is one line in Ultimate Custom Night where she mentions her beak being lodged in your forehead. But since, you know, the whole frontal lobe was ripped off, I don't think that really counts as evidence towards it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair. I think...
Like, if they wanted to confirm that... If they really wanted... If Scott was trying to hint that Chica did the bite of 87, wouldn't it have made more sense for her to be like... Like... How about your frontal lobe in my jaw or something like that? Or in my beak or something like that?
Or my beak being gone makes it so much easier to take your skull off or some shit like that.
Yeah. Like, why go through
I get what you mean.
saying...
I think... Yeah, but also with FNAF, and how Scott is and how all the books and games are, they'll be like, actually, using illusion discs, it was actually Glamrock, it was actually, Shamrock Shake Green Freddy from the AR games who did the bite. And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
It was Springtrap. It was the tie-dye Springtrap that did it. He went back in time.
Trust, it's fucking, I almost said Peppa Pig. It's the pig, bro. It's the fucking pig. Trust. The pig did it.
Someone did a FNAF man game where the main villain does the murders because somewhere dull. That just sounds like something that... That just sounds like something at Friday Night... Oh, god dang it. What are the... Yeah, that just sounds like something one of the old, like, fan games would have done. Like, the old joke ones, like Day Shift at Freddy's. Like, not like one of the more serious ones like Candies or whatnot.
Day Shift at Freddy's. I
Yeah,
forgot about that one.
Yeah, what do you say is the most underrated FNAF, like, you know, like, fan game, do you think?
What's it, like, Three Nights at Humpty, not Humpty's, is it Humpty's? Whatever the fuck that's called. The egg one.
Yeah, that's Flumpty's.
The egg guy. That one. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that one's really cool.
All the AR robots.
I will say, I don't know too many FNAF mini-games, not mini-games, fucking fan games. That was like the one part of FNAF fandom that I never got into, really, which is Mighty. So I only know a couple, and that one I think was really interesting. It was just goofy looking, and I liked the designs.
All the AR robots. I know the AR robots are canon, but that's because they're, like, using them as, like, cheap, literally in-universes cheap ways to get people to spend their money, which is really clever. I like that idea. I like the idea of Phasma Entertainment selling out and just, like, well, I mean, they already do, but, like, even more so than usual with this.
Chuck E. Cheese pipeline.
It would be the Chuck E. Cheese pipeline if they didn't get rid of them. Part of me wonders if they did that because of FNAF. Do you think that's possible?
What?
That Chuck E. Cheese got rid of their animatronics because of Five Nights at Freddy's?
It could have been, honestly.
That's what I personally think, at the very least.
Honestly, like, knowing the way people are and kids are and our generations are, if someone told me, yeah, someone's gonna recreate FNAF 4 at a Chuck E. Cheese, so they remove the animatronics, I'd be like, you know what? That makes so much fucking sense. I'd be like, you know what?
It
Okay,
wouldn't work. The
I
animatronics don't
think,
have much bite force.
yeah, they're not spring locked. What do you mean? You mean the idea where making people get into literal bear traps is a bad idea?
Hey, get it? Bear trap? Dude, that would have been a sick name for, like, a spring lock Fredbear, like, a kill, like, that was, like, right?
Golden Freddy, bro. Bear trap.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying bear trap sounds like a cool name, would have been a cool name for that, if they did, like, spring trap, but it was, you know.
Well, that's why. Well, that's why I think um, Cassidy, because I know there's a couple opinions on the Cassidy, like why Cassidy or the eventual, I should say the Vengeful Spirit, why the Vengeful Spirit is like super pissed, and I think it's because they got Springlock.
That has to be the I don't see it. Like, what other reason makes more sense? Like, you can't just say, oh, well, they're just
I know,
they're extra salty. They
I
got
know.
murdered! I'd be salty too!
I think it's more of a thing. Here's my opinion. I think Cassidy. I'm gonna call him Cassidy because Cassidy's like probably the vengeful spirit. Um, but Cassidy, I think Cassidy is. Um, I think Cassidy when they died was older than all the other kids, and so the kids like didn't have as much because I think emotions play a lot in this universe, and I feel like an older kid like 12 or 13 would have more willpower, and I think he would see like I know like game theory or Matt passively said that he thinks that William Afton just killed Cassidy with a lot more like
Violence.
rage, like yeah, and like was more brutal about it. I think it's this fair. I think it's them getting spring locked. I think Cassidy got spring locked and then was older, and so realized like more quickly how much emotion they need and like how what they can do now, and use that to trap William.
I think it's spring locking too. To me, that just makes the most sense, because, like, that's a crappy
Yeah, I
way
don't
to
know.
die.
And then William Afton isn't the
Come
only one with a lot
on!
of emotion. If he can do it, why can't someone else?
Exactly. Plus, come on, the Ultimate Custom Night cutscene literally ends with Cassidy shaking the same way Afton did.
Yeah, no, that's true. I just want to let you know, Zev, this is so not in the context we're talking about, but I'm playing our Minecraft world, and there's a T-Rex just sitting outside of my bedroom door, and I can't leave my house.
Why?
I don't know. The T-Rex is, anytime I walk on my door, T-Rex just kills me. There you go, dead again. Yeah, I just am stuck in my house. So just want to let you know that. We can move on to a different topic conversation, though, but just want to let you know. But um, um, yeah, I think Cassidy being super pissed because they got spring locked makes a lot of sense, and it's the only difference between all the animatronics that I would understand. And that would explain why they would need to use the Simply Golden Freddy suit and not an extra animatronic suit because we know there's multiples of every animatronic. And I think that's why I think he's older is because it's the only suit out of all of them that fits a full person. And so if 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 William did get sloppy and killed a kid who was older and couldn't fit into a normal animatronic, and they stuffed him in a like a spring lock suit, the Golden Freddy suit, because they're older and can't fit into one of the other animatronics, makes a lot of sense to me.
Did I just get Jaws as an
There's
assist? I think I did.
there isn't a single piece of evidence that points to the kid being older, but that's my headcanon.
I don't think Cassidy's older. Remember, Charlie was supposed to be like 3 when she died, so I don't think it has to be with age. I think it might just be like the personality. I think, and I'm assuming Cassidy's gotta be, you know.
Sure. I just also don't know for a reason why use the Springlock suit, because there's multiple of the animatronic suits at a restaurant. And so the best guess to me is um they're bigger, they're older, and so they can't fit in a normal they can't fit in a normal suit.
What if someone said there should be a FNAF fan game where they're driving vehicles? Isn't that just cars?
But they're what?
Yeah, someone said there should be a FNAF game where they're driving vehicles. That's just cars.
There's this cool game called what's it called? Five Lap Fast Tracks or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, they're doing
Hey,
a
this
racing
T-Rex is
game, which is
literally
funny.
in my house, bro. It looks cool, honestly.
I like the implication that Fazbear Entertainment's such a horrible company. They made true crime of stuff that happened at their own restaurants. It's such a...
That literally their owner did. That their previous owner did.
Yeah, it's such an awful but funny, like I don't think FNAF's a horror series. I always think of it as more like a black comedy series. Because, like, come on. Really? Like, that's just hilarious.
Yeah, I like when the FNAF has some horror parts, because you can make William Afton scary. And I like those parts, but also think about it like, yeah, these kids did get murdered so hard they're now possessing some robots. That's kind of crazy.
Afton has a true crime podcast. I like to think, what the? What was that?
You should check the Discord group chat.
Okie dokie artichoke, just give me a second, but yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, anyways, so like, I like to think that if Afton went on like a true crime podcast about his restaurant at some point, and he's just saying like, who would be such a monster to kill a bunch of kids in the back room? And Afton said maybe he has good reasons for it. You know, you never know the motive. It could be a good reason for it. It's not like they're entirely evil
Good
because of it.
reasons to murder children.
And I just think the
Nah,
guy,
hear him out. Let him cook.
it's like that bit from The Onion about that guy trying to avoiding talking about a murder, saying maybe the kids were brats and deserve to die. Okay, yeah, but they're still children. They can't make conscious decisions.
Maybe the kids were brats. I fuck with this recently. Actually, I think I gotta hear out William Afton more. Maybe he isn't that bad of a guy now that I think about it.
Hang on one second. I'm live streaming. Get.
Is Olivia down here?
No. How would she have gotten in here? My door is locked.
I want to tell you something.
What?
Has to do the periods. I think Afton has a true crime podcast. Peak idea. I think Afton had like a 100K subscriber special to do the missing children incident.
My sister just asked if my other sister was gotten down here, even though my door was locked. How would she have snuck in here without me knowing? Anyways.
The vents.
Somebody add more.
Well, how do you feel about the? How do you feel about the MCI and the DCI?
I don't.
The missing children incident and then the dead children incident.
Honestly, I like the idea that William tried to replicate the missing children's incident, but was stopped by the puppet with getting the animatronics to come and get him. I love that a lot. I think it's such a neat progression. I feel like where like they couldn't save the kids, but they were able to keep the kids from becoming possessed again, which I really like.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Charlie is so underrated as a character. I feel like.
No, that's my favorite animatronic has always been the puppet, and then my favorite character has always been Charlie. In the games. We have like 3 characters. One of them is a child murderer. The other one is like in a game and does like has the coolest monologue ever, but that's about it. Then the other one's Charlie. Like there's not many characters that I can like other than Charlie.
Hey, Michael's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, Michael is also one of my favorite characters. Michael is peak. I really like the like idea of a character trying to redeem themselves for their past mistakes. I've always been a Michael Afton apologist because we have the same name. That's the only reason. Trust. But I think a lot of people like don't give Michael Afton enough
Credit.
when he's like, they're like he was a bad brother. It's like, bro, he was like 14. We did ass. I was a bad brother when I was 14 too.
We were also everyone. Also, to be fair, the animatronics were also, like, not safe. I feel that's the whole point of the series. You can't really blame him for not realizing that, you know, putting him close to Fredbear is gonna get him yoinked.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree completely. It's really, really, like, I think crazy to be like, uh, Michael should have been a smarter 14-year-old. Fuck you mean, a smarter 14-year-old?
It's like the people who say that Mabel should have known not to give the thing to Blendon. Like, she had already saved his life. He's possessed by one of the smartest people in the multiverse, and she's a 12-year-old kid.
People when a 12-year-old's a 12-year-old.
Like, we all like to joke about giving Greg Heffley crap, but I mean, like, they're kids. Now, Manny's fully aware of what he's doing. I have no doubt about that.
Manny's fully aware.
He used a flare gun to shoot at a bear at one point.
Manny's a 35-year-old man in a child's body.
He's like wearing a costume. He's just like...
Yeah. He's a what's it called? A contortionist. He's just able to fit his body into that.
But yeah, I feel like Charlie's so underrated. She dies, she helps court the spirits back to life, helps court the spirits in order so that way they can live on and try to find their thing. Only it tries to kill you in FNAF 2 because William's supposed to be the night shift, not you. Doesn't attempt to kill you afterwards in the other 2 games. Only attempts to kill you in FNAF 6 because she's trapped inside a lefty. So she's the most friendly of the animatronics, right? She's only just either trying to get out of that trap, of the bear trap, or, you know, kill William. Right? And then besides that, she's also just like, she's helping the spirits get back to life. She's just generally, we see in the Silver Eyes that she still would have tried to help herself to like stopping what happened, even if she didn't die, you know what I mean, die earlier. Like, she's just an all-around great person, you know what I mean? Like, she's like one of the few people in this franchise who's like not, like, I mean, I guess killing one of the security guards without like realizing it's not William could be kind of morally gray. But but overall, she's like the least morally gray out of everybody.
But she's also a 3-year-old.
I mean, I think
you can't really say she's morally like. You mean the 3-year-old possessing a puppet that has some bad object permanence? Oh, might be. Of course, the 3-year-old's not gonna have the greatest object permanence, bro. It's a fucking 3-year-old. Like, I think we can let that slide. Like, their intention. I think intentions are more important than actions, and their intentions are in a good place, and so I gotta give them that.
I love how you say intentions are more important than actions, and I just think back to Thanos.
Okay, yeah, he was trying, but it's a certain point where it's like, if your intentions are to save a cat so you bomb an orphanage, you kind of just bombed an orphanage, dog. It's at a certain point the actions outweigh the intentions. But it's like one guy. Are you a person who thinks that we play as Michael in all of the games up until Help Wanted? or do you think the first 6 games? Well, and I shouldn't say Ultimate Custom Night until
I
Ultimate
won.
Custom Night, or do you think it changes at a certain point?
I think William's the main character in all the games. Not William. I think Michael's the main character in all the games from
Okay,
FNAF 1,
really
2,
not
3.
really amazing.
4 I'm iffy on because I feel like it should just be the bite victim's dreams. I feel like that makes sense. It's his game.
Yeah.
But with them being real and whatnot, and there's some debate. Personally, I think it's just more likely that since he found the nightmares in the sister location, because in fact they were listed there and everything, and I think it's more likely he just found them and drew them down when they mentioned the victim mentioned his nightmares. He's like, yes, your nightmares were real. I'm sorry for bullying you. I didn't realize these were real things. And
it could also be a thing of
he did it to both
the
of them?
nightmares are what they did to both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I think I think the bite victim is the main character of FNAF 4. I think that is for sure. I know people you point to the phone guy being backwards ambiance as evidence that it's Michael, but like, it's supposed to be the radio, You're not supposed to pay attention to it. The phone guy's clips in reverse is just because it's radio gibberish.
The main thing of it is, I think the main piece of evidence that makes me also say it's I'm gonna call him the crying child, but it's the crying child is because the fact that the fifth night, is it the fifth or the seventh night that ends with flatlining?
Yeah. So I'm done team crying child for FNAF 4, but then 5 and 6, yeah, those are obviously Michael. So overall, I'm on team Michael. Well, I mean, obviously Jeremy is the main character for FNAF 2, and then Fritz Smith, which is Michael, is the last night. It's still Michael. I miss Michael.
Yeah.
He's the main character. Then William's the main character of Ultimate Custom Night because obviously, yeah, he's going HE double hockey sticks. No way, he's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I at least stand on those at the very least.
No, I agree. I also think it's like mainly Michael. I agree. I've never really had an opinion on who plays FNAF 4. I've always been like, I think it's both. I think they're both. I think in the moment we're seeing what the crying child experienced because of the flatlining, but I think they're both people who got either we're playing the comified dream that he's having post getting bit, and then like using some sort of fuck ass technology because they pull out fuck ass technology from their assholes whenever they want to. In the story, William Afton figured out what his nightmares were and used it on Michael as some sort of punishment, or that they both got tested on by William. I think they both.
I think they
both had experience with the nightmares.
They both got tested on because of one thing. How would they know what the nightmares were in the FNAF VR games? If they're all
I don't fucking know.
If they're all based on the real stuff that Fazbear Entertainment has knowledge of, that would include the nightmare. We know they're real because we see them in sister location. Fazbear Entertainment just took the nightmare scenarios and used them there. That's why there's no FNAF 4 in there, because they don't know that there was the supposed dreams of it. They just is that Isaac? Yeah, that's Binding of Isaac down there. Anyways, but still, like, they don't know that, so they just have the nightmares and know what they were designed for. So if they knew what it was, there's no way that, that Michael, who was, the whole point was investigating what his father was doing, did not find these guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think there's a couple reasons that you could say that, like, why both of them have experience with the nightmares, but I think that's always been my opinion, that I don't get why we have to argue on who has had what. I think they both had that fuck shit.
But yes.
But
This
Yeah,
game is really fun. I feel like I haven't said that enough. This game is, like, really fun. I love this. Like, it works so well. It's a great game to just sit back and just beat the crap out of people for, like, time on end. This has been a lot of fun. Oh my god, what just happened to me? Yeah, I've been loving this so far.
One of my favorite, genres I don't really talk about. One of my favorite genres is beat 'em ups. Beat 'em ups are peak. Beat 'em ups are so fucking cool, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I've loved how this game is. I also love that one of the enemies just gives me, like, these, like, little, like, goofy little, like, legs and running around and stuff. I just got an email. Yeah, someone just gifted a bunch of set salad fingers.
Not the true DM gifted like 5 subs to make Zab play Marvel Rivals. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna exit and try some of the other stages. Let's see, there's train, overworld, hideout, factory, downtown, Nevada, the rooftop. Let's try the rooftops.
What?
I heard my name, yeah. Alright, I did all that as girlfriend. Let's try... Who do I want to try? Let's try Hank.
What are all the characters?
We had Pico, Nene, and Darnell, all originating from the Pico series, obviously. Girlfriend from Friday Night Funkin', not boyfriend, surprisingly. Ina from the web series of the same name. Cassette Girl, there's Hank from Madness Combat. Sun, I think is from Castle Crashers. Alloy, I'm pretty sure he's a Newgrounds original, if I'm not mistaken. Who else who else was there? I think that's everybody.
Play the coolest guy. Play the coolest one. Play the one that's the coolest.
That's why I picked Hank. He literally fought. He fought the Satan and Jesus at the same time. I'm going with Hank.
No, let's speak. No, I agree.
Yeah, the Madness Combat series is crazy. I love it. Sun is actually from Dad and Me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't catch up on every series and every platform fighter that I'm into, okay? I did not watch all Real Monsters for the sake of Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah?
Are you an Avatar Last Airbender fan? We haven't really talked about that series with you. I haven't talked about the series with you.
I enjoyed it. I'm not like I haven't. I mean, I know the base gist of it just from cultural osmosis. I haven't watched every episode of the show. I got through, I think, like, the first season, if I'm not mistaken.
I think we should watch that show together again, because you have 2 shows you need to watch. We're getting a new movie for that series soon, and I think
yeah, I definitely want to rewatch it. I've heard so good. I thought you were playing Rivals of Aether for a second. I need to do that on stream too.
What?
Rivals of Aether, because their workshop lets you add basically everybody. There's an official Baldi's Basics mod, which means Baldi technically scales to Kratos. No, seriously.
I hate.
No, seriously. Shovel Knight fought Kratos to a standstill. And Shovel Knight is an official character in Rivals of Aether, and Baldi is also technically an official character in Rivals of Aether, which means, by technicality, Baldi and Kratos somewhat scale to each other through them being able to take on Shovel Knight with ease.
I think the question you have to ask is, wait, when did Shovel Knight and fucking Kratos fight?
I believe Kratos was a boss in, I believe, in the PlayStation version of the game. Likewise, the Battletoads were a secret boss in the Xbox version. Nintendo didn't include a secret boss fight, but they gave Shovel Knight an amiibo in compensation.
there is a reference to the Shovel Knight in the newest God of War game.
Yeah, it's canon. It's canon.
There's a reference.
Yeah, not only is it like referenced, it's confirmed canon by both developers. So
I will also say he scales to young Kratos because he fights young Kratos in that game, not old Kratos.
I mean,
And
they're still
Greek gods get strong.
I mean,
No, they're not.
aside,
Greek gods.
They're still physically the same guy.
No, Greek gods get inherently stronger in all stats as they get older. So, I that's what I want to specify. He scales to young Kratos. No matter how, like, much more magic or shit. Like, I think young Kratos has more. Well, no, because that'd be post Greek gods dying.
It's post God of War
old Kratos
3
is stronger.
Is where it is. It's between
Not
God of War 3
not
and
even
the new
like weapon
series.
space. I literally think Kratos in the first things would have better weapons. Just Kratos wins because he's smarter. Kratos wins because he has better battle IQ in.
Oh yeah, Kratos beats Baldi. Even if they do skate to each other, I mean, Baldi still isn't really a fighter compared to Kratos.
Yeah, I think Kratos is beating the shit out of Baldi gang.
Like, it's funny to joke how the Baldoons can technically destroy matter, or how, he can change, his head can grow faster than the Earth, or something like that, but at the end of the day, it's still Kratos, right?
Yeah, Kratos is the OG, I always come back, bro. William Afton took that playbook from fucking Kratos, bro.
Yeah, I got into an argument about this. Could William beat Kratos by virtue of just possessing him?
No, because there's ghosts in the other universes and he can resist it. He has hacks for that.
So he has, like, a resistance, so William couldn't just, like, could William poison his soul?
I don't think so. I think his soul is already... I don't think he has... Does he have a soul? He's died, like, 7 times. I don't know... I don't mean... He's died so many fucking times since came back, bro. It's kind of crazy, honestly. I don't think he can, because there's a lot of ghosts in those universes. I don't know if they were trying to possess him. I don't think he can. Could William have to possess him?
Because, like, we got into this argument
How
earlier
does William...
we also had this argument with Goku, but then we remembered that Goku has that, like, ceiling pot thing, or whatever he does. I forget its name.
Yeah.
I know you're a Dragon Ball fan.
Goku can also, I don't know what it's called. I'm not the biggest Dragon Ball fan, but I know Goku can also just, like, say no. Goku is very strong. Like, he has a bunch of mental blocks. He has a lot of hacks.
But can he
for,
punch
like,
a ghost?
Specifically people who, like...
Like, obviously he can rip Springtrap apart by hand. I'm saying, can he, like, punch Ghost?
Who? Kratos?
No, Goku. I'm pretty sure we learned that Kratos can punch spirits, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, he can.
Yeah.
I've watched him. I've played it. He can punch spirits, bro. I've seen him rip spirits in half. That motherfucker's crazy. You ever be so mad that you rip a spirit in half? Not me, bro. I haven't.
I like to imagine William just going up and saying, like, I am made of machine, futuristic technology.
Well, Goku...
And then Kratos just rips it in half.
No, spirits and non-spirits can fight in the Dragon Ball verse. I don't know if that's specifically during that moment, but he has fought as a ghost. He has fought non-ghost things as a ghost and fought ghosts as a non-ghost.
Okay, so then I'd probably say that William's screwed over in that department. William wins a lot of high-profile matchups if they don't have anything against Ghost.
Yeah, that's also like a lot of things. I'd also argue that Casper wins a lot of shit because of that. Because if you can't fight ghosts, you can't really fight Casper.
I mean, yeah, but also Casper is also you could put him at a stalemate at the very least. William, he'll just straight up kill you.
Yeah, I agree with not the true DM. I arguably Kratos has more willpower to stay alive than William does. That motherfucker, you wanna hear about I always come back? That motherfucker literally climbed out of hell, bro. He is built different, dog. Fucking William Afton's will always come back is like, my spirit will latch into this metal, and then Kratos is like, I will literally crawl out of Hades and come beat your ass.
I throw some holy water at Casper. Actually, yeah, no, the holy water would work on Casper, but not William, because the exorcist tried to get rid of him, but the exorcist died when the moment he stepped foot in the room. That was in, like, the man in room 108, or whatever the story was.
Yeah.
Which is really funny,
What
because also, that's supposed... I'm not gonna spoil a fiction fight later, but still.
Kratos is also a god. I don't know how that works with that. I don't know what the fucking rules with that is.
Wouldn't
But he
any
is a
water
god
he
of
has
war.
technically be holy water, then?
I guess. I will also say, if we're doing old Kratos, if we're doing current Kratos, that motherfucker has so much hacks now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm still saying
so
Kratos wins, I'm just saying. I didn't know if William would
You
win
know-
by technicality. You know.
No, he can fight ghosts. I've seen him punch ghosts. I also think even if because I can't remember for sure if he has anti-possession shit, but even if William does possess him, I think he can just be like, no. I think he can truly out willpower William, bro.
I still love the idea of William just trying, like, talking so much crap to Kratos, and then Kratos just being, like, just ripping him in half, like in the, like that one
Dude.
panel of Thanos ripping apart Tony.
He's gonna fucking threaten his kid, and it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be safe for motherfuckers.
Yeah, William's like, I love killing kids. I can't wait to kill yours. And Kratos is just like, well, he's dead.
Yeah, you're not breathing anymore, bro.
Dude, he probably hate William so much.
No, he would brutally murder that motherfucker. That would not be fun for him.
Like, William probably just says, like, oh yeah, I killed my son and my daughter. I kind of killed my other son. You know, that probably, like, before he even finishes the sentence.
Kind of. He killed his dad because his dad tried to kill him, bro. That shit is so tragic. You know, God of War 1, 2, and 3. That whole plot is essentially Kratos being like,
He'd probably
being told that.
I would love to see a conversation with him and Michael.
Kratos beats all, and I will stand by this. $5 more. We're getting that Buck Cluck matchup tier list, by the way.
Wait, what?
Oh no, sorry. That's 10 memberships. I don't know. Not the true DM said $5 more.
Wait, oh my god, that's $15. Then there's the memberships, which I'm assuming they're all like the $2 ones, which is that's.
What? I have to say, how much stupid? What's the money for the FNAF timeline? It's like $50.
We'll figure it out. I don't know.
Fair, I guess.
Whatever. Yeah, I like the idea of, like, Michael just being like, so you killed your father? Yeah, me too. That's just how, like, they're just chilling quietly.
Also agree that Atreus could probably kill William.
Oh yeah, totally.
Atreus is Kratos' son. Atreus is another god. Firstly, one, can also kill ghosts, and secondly, can become, like, has magic. Motherfucker has magic, bro.
I mean, William also
I
has,
think
like...
if you have...
Remnant is basically
Yeah,
magic.
but...
He can literally conjure storms by the pure power of his sins alone.
That's... Yeah, but Atreus can literally become a bear.
Fair. I just imagine William just being like,
become a
I'm
bear.
going to kill this child. And is that a bear? Just...
Is that a fucking bear?
that's
At first, I will also say Atreus is like 14, so...
We should just make it like a thing where, like, we just put William against the stupidest people every year. Like, we just...
William Afton versus the Norse Pantheon. Who wins?
Actually, speaking of Kratos, at college, what I did this with my roommates. We put him against every main Mario antagonist plus the Goon Boss because we needed some fodder to see how far along the Pantheon he gets. We got him up to... We agreed that he beats the Goon Boss, the King Goomba, because... Duh. We agreed that he'd be,
Who,
and then
William?
King Piranha, but we're iffy on K. Rool. King Boo and Bowser, I think we said that Kratos loses.
Okay, Kratos. I don't know. Kratos has a lot of. So you're saying that he doesn't. It's iffy on King K. Rool. Why is it iffy on King K. Rool? Can you give me the arguments
black
behind
magic that can send you to other dimensions. The crystal bananas that let him control and rewrite reality. He can trap seal you in a barrel.
I will say Kratos has actively killed people who can control and rewrite reality.
Well, yeah, I know.
He has out willpowered being written out of existence.
But yeah, but I'm saying controlling the Mario reality is a bit different than controlling the, reality of God of War, right?
I mean, I guess, but I think it's the same. Like, if someone writes you out of reality and you go, nah, I think that's the same level, bro. I think either way you're saying nah to being written out of reality, which is fucking crazy.
No, well, Mario Cosmology is a bit different, but I mean, I guess what you're saying. But point is, friggin', yeah. But we agreed, we're iffy on K. Rool. You know what I mean? But regardless,
Here's the thing.
For sure King Boo wins because King Boo could just seal him in a painting. King Boo could just trap him in a painting. He can turn completely intangible, create as many clones of himself as he wants. So,
I think the main issue is that we don't. I don't know how. Like, here's my issue with doing this. It's really hard to judge a lot of Kratos' feats in modern games because they have to slow and nerf him a bunch for the game to be less like.
Yeah, I was going off of Death Battle's highest estimates for Kratos just to give him like the high end and benefit of the doubt. Oh yeah, someone said if we nerf the reality of warp, if we don't give him the crystal bananas, then I'd say Kratos takes K. Rool pretty easily. Mostly because K. Rool's pretty tough, but he's also insane and doesn't know what like criminally insane.
Yeah, I also think Kratos in the last game fought someone built like King K. Rool, and after he started trying, beat the shit out of him, bro. Bro fought Thor.
Yeah, I was gonna say Thor's basically just K. Rool with a hammer instead of a gun.
Yeah.
Because K. Rool also has lightning powers, I'm pretty sure, in one of yeah, he does. And I think he does in Jungle Climber, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he fought Thor.
Yeah, no.
I will say I don't
Country Game Boy games where K. Rool has lightning powers.
I don't know how far he scales, but I think Kratos scales pretty damn far in a lot of his stats.
Scales pretty far. I think he's definitely one of the top guys in the God of War stuff. The issue is that
he's the top guy in the God of War stuff.
K. Rool, King Boo, and Bowser for sure scale to Donkey Kong, Mario, and the high ends of the Mario universe as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my thing is Kratos is minimum light speed, speed-wise. And I don't know the speed of any of these characters. I don't know the speed of the Marvel characters. I mean, Mario. And I think purely out of speed blitz, Kratos wins 90% of these. If we're saying full power,
the Mario cast is actually faster than God of War because we went by I went to Death Battle's estimates for the conversation just for some ease of access. The highest end for Kratos was scaling to Helios with being 2.5 quadrillion times faster than light.
Yeah.
The Mario cast was 900 times 900 quadrillion times the speed of light. So 2 quadrillion to 900 quadrillion.
Oh, what feat does that? What
the Power
feat
Star
does that?
The Power Star traveling across the entire universe in 3 seconds. You know, the Power Star.
Yeah, but is that
the ones that Mario catches constantly?
Oh, okay, fair, I guess.
It's not even, you can't even say this is a one-off thing, because Wario's taxi drivers in the WarioWare games do this all the time.
That's fair. I think,
so that's a consistent thing, so it's not a BS thing. Bowser has
okay, fair.
Someone mentioned this in there.
Okay, I would also like to say, saying that every character can be that fast because one character can do that is crazy in my opinion.
fair, but
if
every major Mario character you're gonna have this discussion with does frequently, like, react to the power stars. Like, obviously the Goombas
Does
know, but,
King
like,
Boo
Mario, Luigi, anyone who's
has
important,
King Boo?
essentially. No one's gonna be doing the Piranha Plant, well, I guess Piranha Plant versus Chomper is a matchup, but, like, nobody's doing, like, I don't know, Admiral Bombery for a matchup, right?
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, the taxi drivers
King
are
Boo has
Goombas.
reacted to Power Stars.
So yeah, someone in chat also mentioned that there are multiple arguments for immeasurable speeds as well, such as them traveling through a dimension that got
Bro.
erased.
Bro, this is so tragic. My boy Kratos gets shit stomped by a lizard.
Not even a lizard. Look
This
at the
shit's so
boos.
tragic.
Imagine getting killed by the boos.
This is so tragic. I will say, Kratos can punch ghosts.
Oh
He
yeah, I'm saying
can punch ghosts.
he'd probably beat King Boo in like a boxing match or something. But like King Boo can literally destroy the entire Mario cosmology just by existing for too long.
Yeah, but that's for too long, and my boy Kratos can punch him.
Which gets fast.
If Kratos,
No, that's just the passive Boo's magic. The more magic you use that King Boo uses, the more it destabilizes the Mario universe. According
what
to
is this
Egad.
lore?
Because in the boss fight
What
for
the
Dark
fuck
Moon,
is this lore, bro?
what?
What is this? Mario lore always fucks me up because you're like, yeah, Mario technically can just kill everything ever in all of existence, and I'm like, what?
Luigi is canonically the Antichrist in the Mario universe.
Yeah, you've told me that. Shut the fuck up.
It's Super Paper Mario. The man in green is destined to bring the end of all realities in the Mario cosmology.
Shut up, bro. Shut the fuck up. Okay, I don't think Kratos beats anyone who fucking runs at this. But I will also say, I hate this argument. Kratos loses, but there might be a point where Kratos wins. The more information we get about that universe, because like this, every time we like see him in the newer games with him being so much stronger than he was previously, it's always like he's now barely trying.
Yeah, part of me wonders if like,
yeah, dude.
Like, I know it's like they probably. Part of me wonders how many like people like think about the power scaling like when they make stuff like this. Do you think there's anybody at Nintendo who's like a Death Battle fan who's like, okay, I'm gonna add this to make sure he beats Sonic when they remake the fight? You know what I mean?
There's probably people like that. His name is Masahiro Sakurai, bro.
Fair.
That motherfucker does that all the time. I bet money on it.
Well, actually, Nintendo specifically said they couldn't do that. The reason they're all toys in Smash Brothers is because Nintendo didn't want Mario canonically fighting Pikachu or anything.
Oh. Is that in every game? Are they toys technically in every game?
Yes, they're toys in every game. That's why they all turn into trophies and whatnot.
Okay.
Turn into a tiny dude again.
I don't know. I want to tell you this feat. I don't know how it like work. I'm not saying this like pushes Kratos to winning. I just never know how to explain this feat in Kratos' stats. In the God of War universe, Thor hit Jormungandr with his hammer so hard he got sent back hundreds of years in time, and Kratos was able to go both blow for blow and beat this same Kratos like literally 2 minutes after he did that. So how does that scale Kratos?
That
if you
is
can
called
punch so hard that they get sent back in time.
That is an immeasurable strength feat. By that logic, they're so powerful you cannot quantify it. Unless it's a specific ability of his to punch people and send them back in time, that is considered an immeasurable strength feat.
No, that's just something Thor did. I think that would be an immeasurable strength feat for Thor, and then an immeasurable defense
and then Kratos would scale to it,
yeah. Kratos can tank immeasurable strength.
I mean, that's assuming Thor's going all out at the very least, but I would buy it, yeah.
Kratos did previously kill 2 of his sons.
I wouldn't say son scale. They're shown to be much weaker than his dad, especially because...
No. What I'm saying is that like Kratos killed 2 of Thor's sons, so Thor would be trying to kill him.
Fair enough.
That's what I was trying to say. I wasn't
Because
saying
Thor
that
did technically kill him at the beginning of the
Magnar...
game.
What?
Didn't Thor technically kill him at the beginning of the game and everything?
Yeah, he just came back because he wasn't trying. Kratos' whole thing is like he doesn't want to try to kill anyone. He doesn't want to use his full strength in any fight anymore because he doesn't want to like become the old monster he was previously. But in the final ending, he had to, and then he made Thor like realize that they're the bad guys, and then Odin was like "fuck you" and backstabbed him and killed him.
Yeah. Is Mario going to be in fiction fights? Waluigi is. Waluigi versus Robbie Rotten won the fan vote, so we will be having Waluigi take on Robbie there. And is PlayStation All-Stars canon? Yes. I believe there's someone mentions that to Kratos.
Yeah, Kratos mentions it to Mimir. That is canon. Well, at least in the God of War universe, they at least mention it. I will say, it's hard to say canon. They make a lot of references to characters in that. Like, they say he was in a tournament that had the world's greatest musician, aka Parappa the Rapper, or like a bounty, or like treasure hunter who would be Nathan Drake. They don't specifically mention the name, but it's like probably.
Also,
Because it's a reference to it minimum.
Also, even if he did, Kratos has the best scaling out of all of them. I'm pretty sure. So I mean, like, you know.
Yeah, I don't think Nathan Drake does. Trust.
Plus, the part of the game was Polygon Man merging the universes together. So it's not like Kratos was like, so it's not like they exist at the same time. It's more so, you know.
Yeah.
The universes got merged together. Kratos just happened to be thrown into it.
Who is all in that? Because I think Dante's in that, and if that means if Dante's in that, that's
Dante.
a really
No, it's not. It's Dante from DMC, not Dante from Devil May Cry. No, it's the edgy, more mature remake version of Dante because PlayStation knows what their audience wants.
Yeah, it's a shitty Spider-Man game called Spider-Man 2.
And then there's stuff like, alright, besides that, there are Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank are in the game, Sackboy's in the game, Big Daddy from Bioshock, Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal, no Crash Bandicoot or Spyro, which, you know, we had Raiden from Metal Gear, because they wanted Snake, but they was put in Smash Brothers, so they chose Raiden just out of spite.
I don't think any of the characters affect Kratos' scalings. I think he's a lot stronger than all of them. I think he affects all of their scaling in some manner.
Yeah, and I don't think PlayStation All-Stars is canon for them, which is, you know.
No.
Nathan Drake's in there. There's Cole from Infamous, and Evil Cole. We can't forget him. There's Sly
Cole,
Cooper.
but like he says slurs.
There's Odin from God of War. Odin is in there too.
God of War Odin?
Dead Space.
What? What?
What?
God of War Odin is in there?
Zeus, my bad.
Oh, I was like, what? That character wasn't existed then.
Wrong guy.
That character didn't exist.
Fat Princess is in the game.
What game is she from, bro?
I have no idea. Heihachi from Tekken's in the game, along with 2 cute little mascot characters. I don't remember what they're from. Let's try and think. Who else is... I think that... there's less characters in the game than there are in Smash Brothers Melee, so that's food for thought.
Peak IG.
It wasn't. Look, I like the idea of PlayStation All-Stars as much as the next guy, but they completely dropped the ball on that one.
No, I agree. I just want to let you know, this is more Minecraft Realm shit that does not affect anything. I've upgraded my generator so much now that I get a new item. I get an item from my miner every second.
Huh. Add-ons. Toe Inu is the cat from... Oh, there you go. Okay, but the point stands, so that's... Oh yeah, and Parappa and the guy Spike from Ape Escape are in the game.
Real.
I think his name's Spike.
Canonically, Kratos is a bad person who's redeemed himself, and I love that for him.
Yeah,
That's why he's
PlayStation
the
All-Stars,
GOAT!
like, ignoring the fact that it didn't have both Crash and Spyro, which, you know...
I think they probably didn't have Spyro because of Skylanders.
No, that's the thing. Activision owned both Crash and Spyro.
Oh yeah, that's probably why then. Activision's a bitch.
Apparently, the reason was Activision wanted a Call of Duty rep in the game instead.
What? Bro wanted a guy.
Yeah, they wanted
Another
someone from
just
Call
a
of
guy.
Duty instead of the lesser franchises at the time.
Lesser franchises, aka the most popular franchises.
I feel like having a PlayStation All-Stars game without Crash Bandicoot is like having a... It's like having a chocolate cake without any chocolate. Was that
It's like
the
having a
airship
Smash
from...
Bros. Game without Mario.
Was that the airship from Henry Stickmin that just showed up for like a frame?
It's like having a Smash Bros. Game without Mario. Like,
Why did they do Raiden from Metal Gear instead of Snake or Big Boss? Oh, that's because they wanted to... Because A, Snake was in Smash Brothers, and B... I think it was... what was the reason again? Right, because they wanted to focus on the hit new releases. They're trying to advertise the new games. That's why they use DMC Dante instead of the one that people actually like.
Yeah.
It's all about what's new. You're telling me that PlayStation's All-Stars would be a legacy title? Don't be ridiculous. Also, where was Lara Croft? Cloud? You know, like...
Cloud. Well, Cloud's probably because fucking Smash Bros. Again.
But he wasn't in Smash Brothers at that point.
Oh yeah, you're right. But I don't fucking know. Cause fuck you. That's why. Like genuinely, that's probably the reason why. Just fuck you. That's why. Like they're just like, oh, I don't want to.
Yeah, the roster just like there was a lot of good picks, but the roster didn't feel as like. I guess it didn't feel like as much of like a celebration or as like as many like people as there should have been for like a PlayStation All-Stars game compared to like say Smash Brothers or even stuff like Nick All-Star Brawl.
No, that's true. I agree. Nick All-Star Brawl game-wise was the worst.
I like Nick All-Star Brawl too. I think they really ironed out the kinks in the game with the sequel. Too bad I can't play it
never played the
anymore
sequel.
because my Xbox sucks.
I never played the sequel. Is it a disc or did you buy it digitally?
It's digital. Wait, I could get it on my computer because of the whole Xbox thing.
I also have an Xbox. I could bring it over and we could play it. You can just sign in on your account and download it and play it.
Yeah, the game's actually really good. Plus, I do have all the DLC for it, so... Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah. If you wanted to play it, we can. I'm about to be rich, by the way. I'm just letting you know that in every material besides diamonds, I'm going to be fucking rich.
And I'm dead. Dang it. Alright, I'm gonna... Okay, yes. I'm gonna go about 10 or 20 minutes more for the stream, I'd say, because it's almost been 2 hours, and I think that's good at reps. I really tried on stream, didn't I?
Yeah.
I got... Okay, well, while we're waiting, what Newgrounds-themed matchups would you all be interested in, then? Because there is one matchup I have in mind, but I would like your opinion on it. But I'd like, let's see what you guys want first.
I don't know Newgrounds like that, so I'm tapped out, guys. Chat, you got that.
I mean, a Newgrounds team matchup only really needs the criteria of just the guys they were iconic and started from Newgrounds. So Henry Stickmin, Ed's World, anything like that, essentially.
Dude, I don't know characters from Newgrounds. I know Henry Stickmin, and that's about it. I know I'm like really, really into nerd stuff like that. It's like the one nerd thing I never got into.
Henry Stickmin versus the Second Coming from Animation versus Animator. You've watched Animation versus Animator, right, Michael?
The newest ones. I watched them when I was younger, though.
Dang it.
I need to watch those.
Yeah, it's the orange stick figure, the main orange stick figure from that one versus Henry.
Oh, I mean, I've seen that guy, that little goober.
Originally, that was part of, like, the stick figure battle royale, but then everyone realized nobody really scales as high as Henry or the Second Coming, and so it was kind of used pointless to have it as a battle royale. Because Fancy Pants and Red from Dick figures would basically just get killed for the sake of being there. Because both of the other two characters could just do what they did, but better.
Makes sense. Oh.
I did consider doing Baldy versus PIco, because, you know, PIco school, having to skate, like saving, like, Baldy's basic, both school stuff, but, like, I decided against it, mostly because, the Baldy versus Ghostface was just a way more interesting idea, in my opinion, and B, I feel like PIco could have, like, a more interesting matchup, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, I get that.
I feel like he represents Newgrounds, like, Flash, and I think putting up against Baldy just because, I get it, because it's, like, their school, one's, like, an evil school, and the other's, like, you know...
When I am about like matchups in general, I like putting them based on like how they like are they similar fighting style? Because I feel like I don't really understand like this like I don't really get being like who wins this mage or this like not like this gunslinger. It's like I get what you're trying to do, but they like fight completely differently. It's hard to tell. And so like Baldy is just a guy with a ruler who can use that ruler to rip universes apart. And then I don't know the feats of Pico, but doesn't he like dual wield SMGs?
Uzis, but yeah. Yeah, I also like doing matchups. I feel like the more scenario based ones, like that was what Baldy versus Pico school, what Baldy school versus Pico school was. Similar to like, you know how I did Scooby-Doo solve Five Nights at Freddy's or something like that. You know what I mean? Or Pac-Man escaping the back room.
Could Batman figure out who Light Yagami is? You don't know that reference, but
I know what Death Note is.
Okay, I don't know. Pico versus Eric Cartman. Eric Cartman gets killed for 30 minutes.
Dude, actually, unironically, Ness versus Eric's an unironically pretty thematic good versus evil matchup, and it's so cathartic just because you get to see Eric get laid out, essentially.
Because Eric doesn't have any feats at scale high. Like, he doesn't do shit, bro.
You kind of got the stuff from, like, if you consider, like, the joke gags, like, someone, like, I believe there's one where, like, someone's, like, having sex with themselves in one episode, and there's the other bits, like, the stuff from, like, the games and whatnot. And plus, Cartman did have
the games
at one point.
The games are all imagination. They're all canonically, like, them imagining.
Well, the new kid is apparently shown in the show at some point, and their imagination does get applied with stuff like that in some stuff, like Imagination Land, I think, so it's still viable. Plus, it makes a cool animation, and it's really funny just to imagine Cartman getting just laid out by, like, by somebody he'd probably hate. That's probably like one of my favorite parts of that matchup idea is just like the idea that like Cartman like is this horrible, horrible person who just like makes fun of everybody. He's like is this mortally awful guy, and he's probably and that's supposed to be like the most like cheesy, like goofy, like good kid. It's such a fun dichotomy. I feel like we give her a matchup. I feel like.
Fair.
But yeah, then Pokey, another character from Earthbound, against Eric in a more typical fight scenario, which I also love that match, and apparently, I think that one might be getting considered for Death Battle, actually, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I can see Pico versus Eric, it's just, I'm not sure how much really sells for me, you know? Like, there's not, like, one, like, big clincher that connects them, I feel like.
Yeah.
Outside of just being 90s, mortally... Not even... No, I think Eric's just a plain villain. I don't think he's mortally gray at any...
No, he feeds someone's, like, I think parents to someone.
Yeah,
He's an awful person.
Yeah, he's an horrible guy. Yeah, no. Like, Pico, he's morally gray. Like, yeah, he's a mercenary. He kills people, but, like, he's getting paid. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't call the Team Fortress 2 guys villains, you know?
Yeah, the villains in the Team Fortress 2 games, though, are the bosses. The brothers. Those are actual villains. The red and blue, the people who own the red and blue companies, those people are villains, but...
Yeah, I don't see... Yeah, I just don't really see, like, the big clinch, I guess, you know what I mean?
Okay. This isn't Newgrounds at all. This isn't Newgrounds even a little bit, but I just thought of this matchup, and we can save it for a later date to talk about me and you. But how many respawns would it take for the Team Fortress 2 guys to beat every single Overwatch character all at once? So it's a team versus team thing. I feel like Overwatch pretty handedly beats them because they're just guys with guns.
Actually, you're
so
gonna...
it's like, but
I think that answer might be 0.
Bro,
If you give
our TF2 character,
you realize the
our
Team Fortress...
TF2 lore crazy?
Yes, the soldier just has a magician who can conjure, like, actual, like, just dead-ass magic in his back pocket and can summon him at any time.
What?
Like, what's stopping the spy from disguising himself as, like, one of the Overwatch guys and just stabbing him in the back? The engineer is stuff to prevent, like, Sombra's hacking. Scout once beat up a grizzly bear with his bare hands. And, like, Saxton
I will
Hale
also say...
liquefied Bigfoot with a punch.
Okay, run this back, but instead of Overwatch, it's Marvel Rivals characters. I need you to understand that half those characters can go invisible, and the other half can see people who are invisible. You want to know how they can catch the spy? It's called Spider Sense, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, Spider Sense.
It's called. Or like the landmines, because Penny has fucking landmines that will crawl around. Like they're landmines that if you enter a certain area, they crawl at you. And they don't care if you're invisible or not. They'll just know. That's so tragic. I didn't know TFT lore like that. That might be...
It's so crazy. Dude, TF2 lore is crazy. There's like this miracle element called Australium. I'm being serious here. That gives them like that lets them like, they don't even need to respawn. It just heals them and keeps them alive. And of course the medics stuff can also just keep them alive. Or Uber charge and whatnot. So like, it just makes them invincible. Like, yeah, no, TF2 still gets pretty crazy. You do realize they fought an endless horde of robots for months straight to the point that the company that made the robots was starting to run out because of how fast they kept destroying them all.
Oh, bro.
There's only 9 of them.
There is only 9 of them. You're right.
So, yeah, so Team Overwatch would probably get destroyed by them just, like, circling up and going at it.
I will say, I think by pure numbers they'll have to die at least once. There's so many Overwatch characters
There's
now.
like 30, I think.
There's like 30 or 40, and yeah, there's only 9 of them.
Like Marvel
Just
Rivals, I
tragic.
can kind of see because it's numbers and they're stupid, powerful superheroes. Overwatch, they do have
Yeah.
like impressive futuristic tech, but also, I mean, so do the Team Fortress 2 guys.
Yeah, Marvel Rivals has the futuristic tech, but also are Marvel characters. So
They also have like the giant bombs with like the payload and whatnot, or like robot and like the robot clones, like I mentioned earlier, or stuff like. They just have a lot of good stuff. I feel like.
yeah, Spider-Man, a lot of okay. I think Hulk by himself, you would need at least 30 respawns from the team.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying Marvel Rivals it would take a longer because like they don't have like pre. I mean, Marvel Rivals is its own new canon, so I guess you'd have to scale it based on just what happens in Marvel
No,
Rivals.
some characters are from the Earth 616, while others are from a different universe. But it depends
Okay.
on
Well,
the character.
regardless.
But then also the skin they have depends on the. But then the characters from the story themselves, it depends for the character. Yeah, but also a lot of those characters, like there's a base power that they have. Like every Spider-Man can pick up a car and throw it at you. That's just true for every Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, if you're Spider-Man, you can at least throw cars, and like that's crazy. Dude, I'm also just thinking of like the movement in Rivals. The movement in Rivals is so chaotic, bro. It's the most overstimulating game I've ever played. And Marvel Rivals is awful. I can't wait for you to play it.
I kind of have to now.
Yeah. We didn't get that stupidly high amount of money. That's so tragic.
Can I at least kill this guy before we leave? Cut. No! God dang it! Was I close? I was so close! Come on! Well, I've been doing this for like 2 hours at this point. I'd say this is a good spot to call it there. Can I leave? Can I just don't. How did I open Steam on accident? Whatever.
I guess you open Steam.
Alright,
How
well,
much for the
that
FNAF
begins-
timeline? Is that what you're asking out that your DM? That's up to Zeb.
What?
Zeb, how much for the FNAF timeline? Oh, not your DM.
Oh,
True.
right. I don't know. Like, I was 25, I guess. I don't know. I'd say that's
25 more
high.
dollars. It's 25 in total.
Yeah, 25 in total. Not like don't nobody. If someone
So-
donated $25 out of nowhere, I think I'd actually like ball.
So,
Is it-
and
No.
we're at 15 now, right? We're at 15
yeah, I
or
think
10.
it's- Wait, no, hang on. There's the 5. There's the 10. That's 15, and then there's the 5 memberships. So let's assume they're the bare minimum with the $2. So that's 10. That's 25 already. Okay, you know what I'm... Okay,
30.
I get... Yeah, 30, sure, I guess. If we... Sure, whatever. Look, I'll probably do this anyways one of these days. I mean, it's... Sure,
Okay,
say 30
10 more dollars, and Zab will do the FNAF timeline sooner rather than later.
I could probably just do the timeline I'd probably just do it next week if the fact I don't know when you're
Zab, lock in for the cash.
What?
Zab, lock in. Zab, shut the fuck up. You could get 10 more $10 more.
If someone donates $10 more, I will get out here right now and, I don't know, I'll boogie or something like that. I don't know. There is no one is stupid enough to donate $10 just to see me rant about Five Nights at Freddy's for probably 6 hours.
If someone donates $10 right now, I will pull out the FNAF books from online sources and start writing notes
Someone
tonight.
donated $10.
Are you joking?
No.
Oh my god. Zab, do you want help on the FNAF video?
Yes. Alright.
I can help you on the FNAF timeline. It was my idea. I'll take some of the pain, bro.
I said I'd boogie. Alright.
You got a boogie. You got a boogie, bro.
I said I'd boogie in costume. Give me a...
This is so peak. This is awesome. I love being on stream.
Give me a second to button this up. Hang on. I'm not... Stupid. You guys suck.
Bro just got $10 and is getting told that they suck. This is so tragic. This is called fan appreciation.
I got it. Do the Macarena.
This is fan appreciation. Hey Macarena, Macarena, Macarena. Hey Macarena, Macarena, Macarena. Hey Macarena, Macarena, Macarena. Hey Macarena, I. Hey Macarena, Macarena, Macarena. Hey Macarena, Macarena, Macarena. Hey Macarena, Macarena, Macarena. Hey Macarena, I.
Okay, I'm
gonna get DMCA'd.
Looks good or not.
Now you're getting DMCA'd.
I'm not
Because I was
playing
singing
the
just
song.
now. You're
I
cooked.
ain't stupid. Do I just
Sung
have
it for
set
too long. You're
stupid
cooked.
goals like this? Okay, yes, here it is.
I guess, bro. This and video stuff. That means you also have to do all the stuff previously. You have to do the matchup tier list. You have to do Marvel Rivals Zab Lab. That's so tragic. That's so tragic.
No, I
didn't even
the
realize
matchup tier list was the, I think that was the, what was that? That was 10 memberships. I did not get 10 memberships. I only got 5.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Not my fault. You're right.
I'm safe.
You're not doing the Zab Lab either.
Okay, alright. How does the Macarena go again?
Bro.
Macarena, 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 hang on. This, ow! That's, yeah, that's paper cut. Ooh, Macarena, Macarena, Macarena. And I did it. Hey, Macarena. Alright, is that there? Did I do it right?
Do it right.
I did?
Close enough. I guess.
Alright, I get... What am I... Alright, well, I did a little boogie for you. You happy? There. Oh my god, okay.
This is the best time of my life, I have to say.
Alright, well, everybody thank Michael for being here.
Of course, of course. I'll get to work on that. I'll get to work on gathering information for that timeline soon.
Yep, I'll be making the FNAF timeline video. At some point, we'll do Marvel Rivals. Alright, I'll try to have more guests on there now that I figured out how this works to get a microphone. So otherwise, Yeah, that's about it. Alright, I will catch you guys on the flip side.